Welcome to another Tech Help video brought to you by accesslearningzone.com. I'm your instructor, Richard Rost, and yes, I have a cold today, so I apologize if my voice is a little hoarse. Today, we're going to talk about how to fix records in your database where users typed 2 spaces after a period. Like this, right there. Look at it, 2 spaces. Don't do that, 2 spaces. Today's question comes from Ethan in Romeoville, Illinois, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. One of my Platinum members. Ethan says, I keep my product database in Access, and with the help of your lessons, I print out my catalog directly from the database. Good job. Unfortunately, a lot of my data entry people are old school and have typed 2 spaces after a period in a lot of the different fields. And it looks like I did right here too. Yep, there's 2 spaces. Look at that. I use voice recognition for a lot of this, so that wasn't me. That was my automation. Okay. Is there any way I can go through and edit that automatically without having to manually find and replace everything? And I know it's going to happen in the future again because I've yelled at these guys a million times, and so an automated solution would be nice. Yeah, you could just go through with a find and replace and fix them, whenever. But if this happens a lot, you kind of want to just be able to, run a query or click a button or something before you go to print the catalog out. And for those of you who don't know, we've got monospaced fonts and proportional fonts. In the old days with typewriters, right, they had monospaced fonts. Every font, every letter took up a same exact amount of space. And we were taught in typing class, I went to school in the 70s and 80s, so we were taught in typing class, you got to hit the space bar twice after a period. So it's not their fault if they're my age or older. I'm 50, right? Because I learned this in like 8th grade, I think. But I taught myself how to type when I was, at home with my little Coco, learning how to program. So I never did that. So I got yelled at constantly in class to put that extra space there. Now with Now with proportional fonts, each letter takes up a different amount of space. So a capital W is wider than an I, and they know that. The word processors know that now, including Access and a report to add a little bit of extra space there. I found this quote when I was researching. It says, experts say this diminishes readability. Okay, whatever. But yeah, this is definitely easier on the eyes to read than that, right? This is like Courier and this is a Home or whatever the default font is. All right, so let's get to it. What are we dealing with here? Well, we're going to say that this is an expert level class. I mean that expert is more than beginner, but less than developer, because we're not going to do any programming today, but you're going to have to know a few things. First, if you don't know what an update query is, go watch this. We're going to use this to actually change the values in our tables. And then we're going to use the replace function to change the 2 spaces into a single space. So go watch this video if you've never used replace before. And optionally, I want you to go watch my like video. We're going to do a wildcard search so we can see how many records have that problem. All right, so go watch these three I really can't talk today. Go watch these 3 videos. They're all free. They're on my YouTube channel and my website, and then come on back. All right, so here I am in my Tech Help free template. This is a free database. You can download a copy off my website if you want to. And in here, we've got customers. Customers can have orders, and orders can have notes. So we'll just use the notes field down here. Now, I added some recently. So I'm going to go to my order detail table. And if you scroll down to the bottom, I added some creative stuff to some of these orders. So let's add some problems. Let's make some records that have the problem. Okay, so I'm randomly just going to insert a period, space. Okay, and then I'm going to put one here, just period, space. Yes, I know these aren't actual full sentences, but this is just for class. Here we'll do 2 of them, right? We'll go period, space, and then maybe down here after red barchetta, we'll do 2 spaces. And you might have some people that accidentally put 3, so I'm going to do period, space. Okay, and then maybe one more down here. Period, space. Okay, so we got like 5 or 6 records that have the problem. So now first, let's run a query. Let's create a query to just see what we're dealing with, see the problem. So let's bring in the order detail table and bring in, if you want, bring in the ID, right, in the notes field. All right, now notes is where we're going to put our criteria. I'm going to zoom in, Shift F2. All right, the criteria here, I want to find all records that have a period, space anywhere inside them. So we're going to use the like keyword, and then inside of quotes, we're going to put asterisk, period, space, asterisk, close quotes. That says any number of characters at the beginning of it or the end of it, and in the middle somewhere, there has to be a period, space. Okay? Hit OK. Run your query. And there's the records with the problems. In fact, I'll just shrink this up. Okay, there's all the records that have the problems, right? All 5 of them. All right. Now, I'm going to turn this into an update query so I can change this. Now, this is one instance where I like to make sure that I have warnings on. I know I normally teach you to turn warnings off, but I'm going to go into File, Options, and then under Client Settings, I want to find this right here, Action Queries. I just turned it on a minute ago when I was testing this. But make sure that Action Queries is turned on, just for this example. All right, and you programmers know you can turn those on and off with do command.set warnings, right? True and false. All right, so now any action queries that run, it's gonna warn me and say, oh, we're about to update 5 rows or whatever. I want to see that here. All right, so let's go back into Design View. We're gonna change this to an update query. Now we're not gonna change order ID, so we can actually get rid of this out here. We don't need this. And now we're gonna update this field to, again, I'm gonna zoom in, Shift F2. We're gonna update this to, I'm gonna replace, that's the replace function, notes, comma, what do I wanna look for? All right, inside of quotes, dot, space, space, close quotes, comma, what am I replacing it with? Quotes, dot, space, close quotes, close parentheses. All right, this says replace the notes field, find dot, space, space, replace it with dot, space. Hit OK. Now be careful, because as soon as I hit OK, look what happened. Do you see it? Do you see the problem? All right, 2 points if you see the problem. I'm going to zoom in again so you can see what Access did. Zoom in. Access was trying to be helpful, and it turned that into a string. I don't want a string, because it's going to look for the actual word notes. I don't want that. All right, I know I tell you that 9 times out of 10, if you don't have spaces in your field names, you don't have to deal with the brackets. This is one of those 1 times out of 10 where you do. Sorry. I wish they'd change it so that if it sees that as a field name, it would leave it like that. But put your brackets on your field name. All right, now hit OK. And now we're going to run the query. All right, you're about to update 5 rows. Are you sure? Once you do this, you can't reverse it. No? Okay, yeah, go ahead. Update it. Boop. Now, sometimes, like I said before, people might type in dot, space, space, space. So now you're still going to have dot, space, spaces where the dot, space, space, spaces were before. So we're going to run it a second time. Okay, do it again. And then run it again. All right, now we're down to 1 row. Keep doing it until you're down to 0 rows. There you go. Now you've gone through and replaced all of those fields that had dot and any number of spaces after it with just a dot space. All right, save your query. We'll call it order detail fix periods period Q. I try to keep all my object names singular. I don't always make it, but yeah, I try to. All right, now if we close this and go back to our order detail table, take a look at all those records down here, you'll see that there are no more dot space spaces. You can see where I inserted it right there, right? The dot spaces are gone. There's another one down there, 1 space, right? Yep, so it worked. It fixed it. Now, if this is something that you're doing on a regular basis, yeah, you can just keep this query here and just, and you can add multiple fields if you want to, but you got to still run it multiple times, and there's still a little bit of manual action. It's better than it was before, right? But if you want a fully automated solution in the extended cut for the members, I'll teach you how to fix that with just clicking a button. All right, we'll count the records with VBA. We'll auto fix it with an SQL statement, rinse and repeat. Then we'll loop again so that you just have to sit there and watch the computer do stuff. You don't have to check anything or worry about chemicals and molecular structures and moving parts and all those things. Silver members and up get access to all of my extended cut videos, all of them. There's hundreds of them now. And if you want to check out the product catalog database that Ethan was talking about, here it is. It's free. Go watch this. It's a tech help video. I'll show you how to enter all the stuff into your database and then print it out in a nice format like that. And it looks all pretty. And yeah, there you go. All right, so there is your tech help video for today. I hope you learned something. Live long and prosper, my friends. I'll see you next time. And now I'm off to find some Sudafed, a cough drop, and my bed. Good night. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and post any comments you may have below. I do try to read and answer all of them as soon as I can. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, which is completely free. Click the bell icon and select all to receive notifications when new videos are posted. Want to learn more? Click the Show More link below the video to find additional resources and links. YouTube does a pretty good job of hiding it. It's right down there. See this part of the description here, right? The name, the video's up here. There's a little Show More down there, right down the bottom. It's kind of hard to find. But once you click on that, you'll see a list of other videos, additional information related to the current topic, free lessons, and lots more. And YouTube no longer sends out email notifications when new videos are posted like they used to do. But if you'd like to get an email every time I post a new video, click on the link to join my mailing list. And you can pick how frequently to get emails from me, either as they happen, daily, weekly, or monthly. Now, if you'd like to become a paid member of my channel and receive all kinds of awesome perks, click on the Join button. You'll see a list of all the different membership levels that are available, each with its own special perks, including my extended cut videos, access to my code vault, lots of VBA source code in there, template downloads, and lots more. I'll talk more about these perks at the end of the video. Even if you don't want to commit to becoming a paid member and you'd like to help support my work, please feel free to click on the tip jar link. Your patronage is greatly appreciated and will help keep these free videos coming. I got some puppies to feed. But don't worry, no matter what, these free tech help videos are going to keep coming. As long as you keep watching them, I'll keep making more, and they'll always be free. Now, if you really want to learn Access and you haven't tried my free Access Level 1 course, check it out now. It covers all the basics of Microsoft Access, including building forms, queries, reports, and more. It's over 4 hours long. You can find it on my website or on my YouTube channel. I'll put a link down below you can click on. And did I mention it's completely free? The whole thing, free, 4 hours. Go watch it. And okay, a lot of you have told me that you don't have time to sit through a 4-hour course. So I do now have a quicker Microsoft Access for Beginners video that covers all the basics faster in about 30 minutes. And no, I didn't just put the video on fast forward. But I'll put a link to this down below as well. Now, if you like level 1, level 2 is just $1. That's it, $1. And that's another whole 90-minute course. Level 2 is also free for paid members of any level, including supporters. So if you're a member, go watch level 2. It's free. Okay, want to get your question answered in a video just like this one? Visit my Tech Help page and send me your question there. Members get priority, of course. While I do try to read and respond to all of the comments posted below in the comments section, I only have time to go through them briefly a couple of times a month, and sometimes I get thousands of them. So send me your question here on the Tech Help page, and you'll have a better chance of getting it answered. And while you're on my website, be sure to stop by my Access forum. We've got lots of lively conversations about Microsoft Access and other topics. I have a fantastic group of moderators who help me answer questions. Shout out to Alex, Kevin, Scott, Adam, John, Dan, Juan, and everybody else who helps out on the site. I appreciate everything you do. I couldn't do it without you. Be sure to follow my blog, find me on Twitter, and of course on YouTube. Yeah, I'm on Facebook too, but I don't like Facebook. Don't get me started. Now, let's talk more about those member perks if you do decide to join as a paid member. There are different levels: Silver, Gold, Platinum, and Diamond. Silver members and up get access to all of my extended cut Tech Help videos, one free beginner class every month, and some other perks. Gold members get all the previous perks, plus access to download the sample databases that I build in my Tech Help videos, plus access to my code vault where I keep tons of different functions that I use, the code that I build in most of the videos. You'll also get higher priority if you do submit any Tech Help questions. Now, answers are never guaranteed, but you do go higher in the list for me to read them. And if I like your question, you got a good chance of it being answered. You'll also get one free expert level class each month after you've finished the beginner series. Platinum members get all the previous perks plus even higher priority for Tech Help questions. You get access to all of my full beginner level courses for every subject. And I cover lots of different subjects like Word, Excel, VBA, ASP, lots of different stuff, not just Access. These are the full-length courses found on my website. You get all the beginner ones. In addition, once you finish the expert classes, you get one free developer class per month. So lots of training. And finally, you can also become a Diamond sponsor. You'll have your name or your company name listed on a sponsors page that will be shown on each video as long as you're a sponsor. You'll get a shout out in the video and a link to your website or product in the text below the video and on my website. So that's it. Once again, my name is Richard Rost. Thank you for watching this video brought to you by accesslearningzone.com. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something today. Live long and prosper, my friends. I'll see you again soon.